look at that cast. Timothy Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson out of Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Oscar Isaac, Dave Bautista, Charlotte Rampling, and most recently Zendaya. Dude.
That's awesome. So, Oscar as the lead, Timothy Chalamet obviously up there as well. Bautista, he could be a villain, possibly. That sounds fucking awesome.
That does sound amazing.
See, I don't know much about Dune. I understand it's like a sci-fi classic. It's I think a series of books. I think it did have a film adaptation back in the 80s.
Yep, directed by David Lynch.
And, but dude, Denis Villeneuve...
Not even close.
Villeneuve?
Denis Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve, alright. French name. Dude, Blade Runner 2049, like, still one of my favourite films in the past, like, decade.
Yeah.
Like, it blew me away about how much I loved it. So, I mean, this guy can do no wrong. And Arrival, I thought Arrival was excellent. Prisoners, I mean, yeah, I can't think of a bad film he's done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll unpack that a bit more a bit later. But Dools, welcome to another episode of More Cops on Duty. I'm one of your hosts of this little shindig, Harry. With me, of course, is oh god, well, let's find one. Nick Jonas to Batman.
Oh,
Edward Dools Dooley.
Terrible.
Sorry, I apologise. Dools, how are you doing this week?
Oh, look, I was doing all right.
That was a little reference to Nick Jonas coming out and offering himself to replace Batman. Because Ben Affleck, of course...
Not he himself replaced Batman, but replaced Ben Affleck.
Of course, yeah.
This is just a little news story we're seeing on a site. I mean, let's lend no credence to this whatsoever. let's not even entertain this. Don't even click on it. Don't even click on it.
No.
Well, should we start with that? Should we start with the Batman news, or?
Yeah, do you want to go? Well, we can go into what we usually put. Dools, before we do anything though.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
You straight away jumped the gun. We've got a fucking structure here, alright? This is a law-abiding service.
Do we, though?
Yeah, we do. Dools, let's say that there's someone that's stumbled on our podcast for the first time. What is the More Cops on Duty?
I'll save you the time. You're going to gain absolutely no value from this. This is the Rock Watch. We keep tabs on what the Rock is doing. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, what he's doing, what he's daily updates, what's happening. Where a good 40 minutes of the podcast is going through his latest Instagram posts, and we have a quick look at his Twitter. We see what trailers he's released. He typically puts out 3 to 5 trailers a week. The man makes a lot of movies.
The man's busy, man.
And we've got a few to talk about today. So I mean, strap in.
It's true.
Strap in.
Dools, where can they find More Cops on Duty?
Mate, we're everywhere. Podbeam, Spotify, you name it. Just iTunes, whatever it is. Podbeam, I believe. I didn't know about Podbeam until you educated me, but it's some sort of service.
Yep.
That...
Finish the sentence.
It's some sort of service has that... No, it puts your podcast everywhere with the click of a button.
It does.
So in all, possible avenues in which one can listen to a podcast. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I didn't know about it.
You'll do some work before it all links up, but it's very possible to link everything up. From everything from YouTube to Facebook to Spotify to iTunes. It's very easy.
Haz, what have you been watching this week, man?
Dools, thank you so much for asking. So, a movie I watched during the week that I'm going to put up a review today for on our Instagram at More Cops on Duty. Please go chuck us a follow. Is How to Train Your Dragon 3. On a scale of 1 to 10, Dools, how much are you likely to watch this film?
Oh, look, Haz. As much as I love a good dragon, I love a good dragon. I love Game of Thrones.
You like a good dragon as much as the next guy.
I love that Komodo dragon scene in Skyfall.
Yep.
Or was it Spectre? No, it was Skyfall. So I'm a dragon fan. I don't like the St. George dragon, so... But,
what about Mulan? Do you like Eddie Murphy as a dragon?
So I haven't seen the first 2 films, How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm going to take that as a no.
I will not be seeing the 3rd entry.
Alright,
but I'm keen to hear your thoughts, Haz.
Dools, you're missing out, because How to Train Your Dragon is the best animated trilogy since Toy Story.
Whoa!
Yeah.
But not better then.
Not better than Toy Story. No. Toy Story I think is a masterpiece, and I think it ended as a masterpiece.
But the thing is, you haven't seen the Pokemon movies, so that's a problem.
But since Toy Story.
Okay.
I think
That's
it's better
impressive.
than
Are these
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think it's better than the Shrek trilogy.
Whoa! Oh well, that's yeah. Shrek
1's a masterpiece.
Shrek 3, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
2's pretty good.
So 3 ended perfectly.
Is it a finale or do they
the
leave
finale? It's done.
Oh, that's cool. I like them when films.
Yeah, it's
have
a
enough
very
for the franchise.
very satisfying, very well done and earned ending to a trilogy that I actually really liked. Hiccup as Jay Blumenthal. Dude, you've got T.J. Miller, Jonah
Wait,
Hill.
was T.J. Miller in the third one?
Oh, I think he might have been miscast again. Like, he's been
Yeah,
recast.
because of the whole thing. That's why I was curious.
But speaking of T.J. Miller, he's in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, so absolutely, if you're an animated movies fan, absolutely go see How to Train Your Dragon 3. It's actually a great film. But Dools, as we've already prefaced, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 3 this week. About 6 hours through. 100% recommended to any Disney fan. It really feels like a Disney version of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't have a ton of experience with the games. I played one on a Game Boy years ago. So, I mean, that's not even... doesn't come close to a fully fledged console experience. But this is like... But more to the point, this is like a pop culture moment. Like, for some people, this is like a big event.
Yeah.
This is one of those...
13 years in the making.
It's not quite Half-Life 3, but it's pretty damn close. Like, people have been waiting for this game for a long time. So, it's finally out. It's getting good reviews, apparently, like high 9s, high 8s, whatever.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome to see. And, that's cool. And and you're a newcomer and you're enjoying it, which is
Yeah,
good.
so I didn't play any of the early ones. This is my first Kingdom Hearts. And so far I'm loving it. The story's a bit weird, but, that's very...
I think even fans of the series acknowledge that's...
The story's a bit
very
weird.
much, yeah.
But it's just a lot of fun. You just hang out with Hercules at the moment. Climbing up Mount Olympus. It feels like a Disney version of God of War.
That's pretty cool.
But it's great. So definitely pick it up. So far, so good. Dools, have you been watching anything this week?
I was meant to watch Upgrade.
And Bird Box.
And Bird Box. I didn't get to either of them, unfortunately. What I've been continuing with, however, is The Punisher. Have you been continuing with it at all?
I'm still up to episode 5. I just haven't had that much time to delve into it.
Yeah, just real quick on it. I'm up to episode 10, so I have 3 left. 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 episodes left, sorry. Yeah. I don't know, man. I can't quite put my finger... I feel like episode 1, you could reliably expect to have an incredible action sequence at the end. Like, to cap off each episode.
Yeah,
like this was every episode that they would have one. Sometimes there might be like one halfway and, a smaller one towards the end, but there would always be like a memorable action sequence. This has had some good ones, but they've been few and far between. I think maybe only 3 memorable ones, and I'm up to episode 10.
Yeah, shit.
So and this is the show called The Punisher.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not really getting, and its cast of characters aren't compelling enough, don't have interest, their stories aren't so interesting that I'm getting wrapped up in the surrounding drama that's a good enough reason to continue. I'm this close to the end. I'm a Marvel fanboy, so I will finish it, but it's so far a bit of a disappointment.
That's disappointing.
And but I mean, then again, it's not that big a deal because we all know these Marvel Netflix shows are getting canned anyway. So
yeah. Well, the director came out and said he's got big plans for season 3 of The Punisher, but he's probably saying that in hopes that Netflix...
You can really tell some episodes are being dragged out to fit this ridiculous 13-episode order that they, for some reason, have with this show.
Just do what HBO do.
Cut them down to...
8 episodes.
Yeah, 8 episodes. Or, I mean, even 10 would be fine, but I think, because they did 8 for The Defenders, and that worked quite well.
Yeah.
And, I mean, unless it's, like, really, really good, like Daredevil, which was the best TV show of last year, unless it's on that level, where every episode, it's meaningful. There's something happening. Then I'd much rather these writers sit down and determine what is the right episode order for this.
Yeah.
So not have to subscribe to the 13 episode model and be forced to put out absolute garbage.
Because it does seem like they are forced to this model.
Oh, dude, yeah. So, but it seems Netflix is very. I think it must be a Marvel thing because Netflix seem pretty flexible from what I can tell. The original series are so random, whether it be
like The Sinner, I think is only 8 episodes.
Yeah, that's not a Netflix original, but that's
Isn't it?
I think it's like originates on an American network.
Oh,
Netflix.
Those words, Netflix original.
I know
it
is
very ambiguous.
It's very unusual. I'm surprised they get away with it, but
yeah.
I mean, they putting their logo on it would be enough, I thought, but to call it an original, it's like, all right. But anywho, that's just.
Is that all you've been watching?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Movies wise, didn't get to a movie this week. There's nothing new came out this week of substance.
Didn't see How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Nothing new this week came out of substance. So, yeah. I'll leave it to you, House.
Fair enough. Dools, do you want to go through news of the week?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, give me a jingle.
It's the news of the week, man.
Alright, Dools. Each and every week we play a little game called Talk or Trash. I read out a headline that I've got here for a news topic. You tell me if we're going to talk about it, we're going to throw it in the trash. Most of these, though, almost all of them, we're going to talk about it, I feel like.
That actually reminds me, can I jump in?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
No, but yeah, no, of
you
course,
kind of said that begrudgingly.
No, yeah, of course.
Like,
Go ahead.
what's going to happen if I let you derail this podcast? Have you informed the listeners, have you informed Kevin of the new scoring system on our Instagram page?
Oh, I haven't. Go ahead.
I feel like I think you created it, so...
Okay. Sorry, I don't have it on this computer, so...
So we're doing away with the 5-star system. As tried and true as it is, we think, well, we're fresh, we're hip, we're new. Why not give our review system a fresh coat of paint? You could just go to our Instagram, couldn't you?
I haven't got one up.
So basically, has uploaded the most recent review. This is just an Instagram review.
The How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Yes.
The Hidden World.
Yeah. So yeah, take it away, Has. Explain.
So
give them a bit of an audio visual.
So are we doing this the 4 tier or the 5 tier? What do you reckon?
So I think you originally had an airplane.
Yes.
As well as, and I just think, to me, Netflix and the plane are the same kind of category.
Sure. Alright, so we're getting rid of the 5-star or the out of 10 or the grade system. We're doing it with 4 symbols. So for an exceptional film, we're doing day 1 release, day 1C, or like in connotations, just do not miss this. This is needing to be seen. Day 2, it's if you have time, absolutely just go see it in the cinema. It's worth seeing in the cinema. It's not good enough to like buy in advance and go see day 1.
Yeah.
Option number 3 is not worth spending money in the cinema. If we deem it, you can stream it on Netflix. You can wait. Streaming services, still worth a watch, but it's like a B tier action movie.
If you're flying somewhere, catch it on the plane. They might have it.
Exactly. And then there's the 4th option, Dools. What's that option?
There's quite a big leap between the 3rd and 4th option. There's quite a big, brutal leap. 4th is trash. Right in the trash.
Right in the fucking trash.
So, if we deem it so that it's just not worth your time at all, and there'll be a few of them, because we're not afraid to go see a shitty movie. Harry has this special device which allows us to see films at... I won't go into detail.
Yeah, don't go into detail, please. I was getting worried there.
But we will jump on these grenades for you, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yes. So this is the new scoring system. Day 1, or see it in cinemas if you've got the time. Stream it, or don't bother. Throw it in the trash.
Throw it in the trash. I think it's a good system.
And you gave How to Train Your Dragon a day 1 score.
Yeah, it's exceptional. It's a great, excellent film.
The highest honour.
Yeah. Do you agree with it?
I mean, I won't disagree with it.
Good. So you loved the film. Good to know. Dools, let's start talk and trash of the week. Shit, I minimized this fucking thing. All right,
I
Dools.
think you know how to run a book.
Yeah, thanks, man. A trailer was released this week for Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil.
Wicked.
Wicked. That's
Okay.
right. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. The Ted Bundy film starring Zac Efron. Did you have a chance to check this out?
I had to skim through this trailer. I'm trying to, as ironic as it is because I'm on a movie podcast, kind of not see too many trailers because and I recommend this for everyone, just like, you know, because trailers, unfortunately, today seem to be spoiling. Pardon me, goodness, spoiling too much in these films, and we'll talk about one later, which I think does that in spades. But no, I had a skim and I got to see how Zac looks as Ted and Zac Efron, and I'm all in. I think from what I understand, like this is going to be a very good film.
Yeah,
So,
it looks great. I love Zac Efron. I think he's a great actor, especially a great comedic actor. I don't think this is going to be a comedic film at all, though. He's come out and said this film does not glorify Ted Bundy in the slightest, which is great because there was a lot of Facebook posts after it kind of criticizing that they'd
cast Zac Efron.
cast Zac Efron as Ted Bundy and basically put Ted Bundy in a good light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the movie looks great. Trailer
Well, I think this is
brilliant.
going to be. I think this will surely have to be a testament to Zac's acting if people are truly, disgusted by him at the end of the film. If he can prove to us that he is a fucking monster, then he'll have done his job beautifully. So I
I reckon
that's
he
what
can
I'm really.
absolutely do it.
I can't think of a film where he's given us like this unbelievable. Maybe I haven't seen, for example, The Greatest Showman. Maybe he's pretty.
He's pretty good there.
Okay, so
You've seen Bad Neighbors too?
I've also seen the first one.
Oh,
So yeah, no, but in that sense, comedic wise, I think Ted is meant to be a bit of an eccentric character. That's what the trailer, at least the bits of it that I saw, kind of told me, or that's what I took away from it. So
he's fucking
Yeah.
brilliant in Baywatch. Dills. Matt Reeves' The Batman will reportedly feature multiple villains. Do you want to talk about it?
So this fucking Batman movie, man. This fucking Batman movie. This has been putting us through the ringer, hasn't it? It's just... So it was announced pretty much all the way back when Batman vs Superman was pretty much done. And then Affleck seemed to be like, he like after the film came out and all that stuff, he's like, yeah, Batman, playing Batman's actually really fucking awesome. Like, I think he started to like realize like, what he could do with the role and what being Batman could be. And he was like, okay, so how about I direct and star in my own Batman movie? And he was going to write it with Jeff Johns at one stage, and he was dead set on directing it. And he was like, yeah, it's going to be like a grittier, older Batman, like it might be like set in Arkham Asylum, and he's talking about it. He seems so excited about it. And then maybe a few months go by, and then we're seeing all these rumors pop up, and it's just like, oh, Ben Affleck to not direct Batman. It's like, oh, okay, that's a shame. What's the situation? And then he comes out, I think he appears on a late night show, and he kind of elaborates, and he's like, look, I would have loved to direct it, but the only issue is, I'm in my mind, it's just like getting in and out of the suit. It's a big deal. Like, it's like, okay, fine. And could make directing a film while starring in it a bit cumbersome. That's it's not unreasonable, but apparently these suits are notoriously chafy and difficult to get in and out of. So anyway, cut to today.
Dude, pay me millions of dollars.
It's a very first world issue, but look,
Yeah.
when you're someone like Ben Affleck, where it's just like, do I really need the fucking money?
Yeah.
Then again, maybe you do, because you took on the role of Batman at age 55, but whatever. I think he's probably early 50s, late 40s. So cut to today, and it's pretty much, it doesn't even seem like he's going to star in it. I think Suicide Squad 2 is not confirmed, but
It's confirmed.
heavily rumored. Oh, okay, so confirmed to be his last appearance as the Batman. That's a shame, because I actually really, really liked Affleck's I really like the Batfleck. I don't know about you. Did you?
I really like the Batfleck.
I think he was maybe...
There are so many people that hate the Batfleck. I don't understand it. He's a great Batman, and he's a brilliant Bruce Wayne.
I thought he pulled off the dichotomy between Bruce Wayne and Batman, like, perfectly.
I thought it was brilliant. I don't understand these arguments against Ben Affleck.
I disliked... I think it's just because he was put in a shitty movie. That is...
Yeah, like, the direction shouldn't be his fault, though.
And they tried to give him humour in Justice League, which backfired terribly.
Yeah.
But
Justice League was just a poorly written, poorly directed film. Everything about that movie is poor.
Yeah.
That's not Ben Affleck's fault, though.
It's not. And another issue was I think his actions. So the fact that he was essentially a mass murderer in Batman vs Superman was also a bit of a downer. But I mean, performance-wise, I thought he nailed the older, gritty Batman. And anyway, long story short, so it seems Matt Reeves still, who was over a year ago, I think, confirmed to be directing it, has shed more light on it, said that the script will be done. Oh, no, they plan to start shooting by the end of this year. So November, I think, is the time frame. And for a 2021 release date, I think. So we have a fair ways to go. And basically the news that's come out today shed a bit more light on it, even though I'm pretty sure he did say something along these lines a while ago, which is that it's going to include the Rogues Gallery, which is just like pretty much saying we're going to include a handful of classic Batman villains. So in my estimation, I think we're going to see an Arkham Asylum set film. And
Yeah,
because he also says he really wants to emphasize, because he hasn't seen this before in a Batman movie, the detective aspect of Batman. So like he gets really into a case, and
which I'm all for. That's awesome.
He becomes obsessed with a case. So I think the Rogues Gallery, hopefully, because I think that should involve just hunting down one villain, but maybe the Rogues Gallery is kind of like he's walking through. It takes him to Arkham Asylum and he sees them all locked up, or maybe it's like the opening sequence is him taking down multiple villains. I mean, hopefully multiple villains aren't taking center stage.
Yeah, it's not going to be a Spider-Man 3.
Because we've seen time and time and again, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
He could be hunting down, I don't know, it could be like...
The Riddler?
Yeah, Riddler could be great. I'm just thinking of someone who's like a criminal mastermind. I mean, it could be like Black Mask.
Well, Black Mask is in Birds of Prey.
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Played
Apologies.
by Ewan McGregor.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How cool is that?
All right, well...
We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be... And apparently this Zaz character, who also could have been a good nomination, is in Birds of Prey, so I think we probably have to rule him out as well.
Yeah.
And I think that is probably a good segue into Birds of Prey. Huh?
So, Dools, good segue. Thank you very much.
It's never a good segue when you have to announce a segue.
That's very true. It's very true. So, the Birds of Prey, or the Emancipation of Harley Quinn, is that what it's called? I've got to get the actual title up. It got a sneak peek. Did you ever look at it?
No, because I just imagined it was like a 3-second trailer thing.
It's very much just showcasing characters. It's not really a trailer.
Do we see Black Mask?
We see Ewan McGregor. We don't see him in a mask or anything.
Oh.
But, like, casting Ewan McGregor instantly buys my ticket. I think Ewan McGregor is one of these actors that is...
I think we should... I mean, we're going to see this film anyway, but this already reeks of another Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
so.
Hopefully. But Ewan McGregor, dude. Ewan McGregor can save a fucking film. He can save a fucking film, Dools.
He was in the Star Wars prequels, hasn't
he? Yeah, he was the best bit about the Star Wars prequels.
He didn't save them, though.
He was the best bit about the Star Wars prequels. I will gladly watch Attack of the Clones again to watch Ewan McGregor. 100% will. 100% will.
Hello there.
Hello there. But do you have any, like, excitement about Birds of Prey at all?
None whatsoever. Like, Harley Quinn, I thought, was just a bit over the top in Suicide Squad and didn't really do much for me. I mean, Margot Robbie is a great actress. She's fine. A great actress. She was fine as Harley Quinn. I mean, funnily enough, she might have been one of the better parts of Suicide Squad. It's just, it's a testament to how poor the film was.
It's another thing with, another testament to our argument with Ben Affleck. he's just in a bad film.
Yeah.
It's not their fault.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think that she was also the best bit.
So Birds of Prey, from what I understand, it's like a female-only super anti-hero group.
Yep, so you got Black Canary, you got Catwoman, I'm pretty sure you got Catwoman.
Oh.
I think you got Catwoman.
Who are they casting as Catwoman, do we know?
Let me look it up. Continue.
I don't know if that's the... I
don't think it's
I think they're
Catwoman.
using that...
Huntress. I'm thinking of Huntress, sorry.
I think, have they got that same... I forgot her name, the samurai lady from Suicide Squad. She's meant to be reprising her role, isn't she? Or...
Continue, I'll have a look.
I'm definitely most interested in Black Mask for Ewan McGregor. I hope he better have the Black Mask.
Yeah, he surely would.
I don't think it's... From what
if
I
they
understand,
put a fucking fishbowl on top of Jake Gyllenhaal's head...
But from what I understand, the black... Like, that's just how he looked. Like, he had some freak accident, didn't he, this character? Or does he wear that mask? I mean, I don't know why they'd show him without it.
I can't truly remember.
Anyway, that's...
It might be an origin story of Black Mask.
Possibly.
No, she's got no IMDb credit in Birds of Prey, unfortunately. Karen Fukuhara.
Oh, that's interesting. I could have sworn. Alright, well, Huntress, Black Canary, I'm not really sure who these characters are. I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, could be, if they can do it well, could be a Guardians of the Galaxy type scenario. So,
yep.
I mean, DC seem to be, you know, somewhat stumbling onto the right track. It seems like at the moment they've kind of given up on creating this perfectly connected universe. I think DC Warner executives have come out and said, you know, and this has also been reinforced with Aquaman's success, is what they also cited. So then, yeah, they're not focusing on a big shared universe anymore. They're just going to make the movies and, you know, kind of just get them done and just let them exist as they are, and not completely obsess over like, oh, does this connect to that and blah blah blah. Kind of like Marvel does, even though, you know, I think Marvel's find a good balance. But I mean, that's fine. That's it. I think that's probably the best way for them to go for the time being. And, you know, so I doubt we'll see things like Batman vs Superman too often. So yeah,
it's very true. It's very true, Dools. Very true. Dools. Tim Allen has finished his final recording session for Toy Story 4. So has Tom Hanks. It's ready.
You gotta win me.
Are you excited for Toy Story?
Dude, it's fucking Toy Story house.
Like, yeah, that's going to be a day one. That is going to be a day one release for sure. But it's like, it just, because we heard about this years ago, and it's just always been on the horizon, and now it's months away. I'm having a stroke.
Did you? No. Toy Story 4. I feel like we heard rumblings of a couple years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
But dude, I mean, it's nowhere near like Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 3, where it was like they've been talking about it for a decade, and now we're finally getting it. I mean, this was like no one expected Toy Story 4 because Toy Story 3 felt like the perfect ending to a trilogy. Apparently, I mean, from what I understand, might be a soft-ish reboot. Like
I've got no idea.
Like, it's not going to really reference the events of the first three. Like, it has the same cast of characters, but I don't know where they're going to... Like, they won't be in Andy's house, obviously.
We won't have Potato Head anymore after this, hopefully. I think, after this, because Don Rickles passed away.
I mean... With voices, you might be able... I mean, someone could
get
probably
an impressionist.
Don Rickles, yeah. I mean, do we really have to kill off Potato Head? Is Potato Head not bigger than Don Rickles as? Don't answer that.
Yay.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Some of the actors have described it as like a love story, and that Bo Peep is going to take center stage. That's some of what I've heard.
Interesting.
And you should actually look up. You can actually look up an image of the remodeled Bo Peep, and she looks unrecognizable compared to the first three films.
Really? Okay, I got that.
Which is interesting. It's like, is she going to be a new toy, or like, you know, who knows? Has the Toy Story multiverse? We could really go down the fucking rabbit hole if we wanted to.
Yeah, true.
So,
wow, yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, very keen for. So yeah, for those at home, look up Bo Peep, Toy Story 4. She looks very different. I think they released an image of her specifically because she is meant to be taking center stage.
Yeah, so, definitely. That makes sense.
Interested to see.
This will be...
But I mean, fucking hell, man. These movies tug a bit too tightly on the heartstrings.
They do.
Like, and if,
They show you
and
art.
if Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are crying at the end of their sessions, it's like, oh god. Oh,
It's very
dear.
true. Very true. Dools. Should have brought this one up before. Suicide Squad gets a 2021 release date with James Gunn writing and possibly directing. Does that make you any more excited from Suicide Squad than the previous?
It does a little bit, because I've also read that because it's reboots galore at the moment. But this is just going to be, I think, ignoring the events of the first film.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't, no, maybe not to that extent, but they're going to be like, it's just going to be, just have like a fresh kind of paint, like, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know if they'll bring back someone who clearly died in the first one. I don't know if they'll go to that extent, but it's just going to serve as like, it might not, like they might update the characters in a sense, or I don't know, they'll do something, so.
It's James Gunn. He does anything really creatively and like a bit quirky.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they got James Gunn just after what happened, what Disney did to him.
Well, this locks him down, though.
Yeah.
It's not good news in my book. It doesn't seem like he'll make
Disney wouldn't have
Marvel.
taken him back, dude.
I think they probably would have in time, but because Kevin Feige apparently was even in the midst of. So for the James Gunn, for people who aren't caught up on the James Gunn controversy, basically there were some, you know, not distasteful, untasteful,
distasteful
tweets of his from that were over a decade old. Some were referencing some pretty lewd things. So I mean, yeah, I won't go into details, but you can look it up if you want. And basically, some of them were egregious enough to warrant him being fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And then, you know, it created a whole division in, like, the film community and stuff. Just like, oh, you know, I mean, like, these are jokes. Like, you know, and someone drew the parallel. I saw, I think, like, a tweet maybe yesterday. Someone drew the parallel. They commented on a news story and were like, the news story was Bryan Singer stands to make $40 million.
40 million. Yeah, I read
Off
that.
Bohemian Rhapsody. And someone was like, James Gunn lost his job, was discredited, and didn't get to work on a franchise that he created and loved. And then it was just like the article about Bryan Singer. It's like, wow, it's very true. And it's like, and Bryan Singer, pedophile. And James Gunn made a joke, Bryan Singer, actual pedophile. It's like, does the system work?
Yeah.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Not all
so I
the
mean,
time.
I think we were too. Well, I wasn't. I mean, I recognize when a shitty joke was a shitty joke, and like, if that's what warrants being taken off your baby, like, you know, he created this. He wrote and directed the first and second, and they were excellent films. And, you know, he really mastered the tone, and he helped. I mean, he helped popularize those characters. He was, you know, he was instrumental in the MCU. So I mean, but Kevin Feige was apparently fighting for him.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. I think it was Disney executives that
It's just Disney's image, dude. Like that fucking mouse.
Yeah.
Like they anything that would discredit the image of Disney, they just cut it out.
Yeah.
Straight away cut it out. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate, but man, like I'm glad that someone's picked him up. Like that straight away he's just put back to work on a superhero film as well.
I think, yeah, that's like his bread and butter now. I think he knows exactly how to do it. If he can bring a bit of Guardians flair to Suicide Squad, I think there's reason to be excited.
Yeah.
And I think DC are also waking up. DC and Warner are also waking up to not meddling. Because, I mean, we all heard the stories about, you know, and David Ayer was pretty, you know, explicit about it. He's just like, the studio got up in my shit. And that's why I didn't get to make the movie I wanted to make. And,
dude, Suicide Squad made no sense.
It's so bad. Has he done anything since? Because Fury was actually
he did
pretty
Bright.
good.
He did Bright.
So maybe a little bit of it.
I'll look up if he's done anything or he has anything on the thing on the good old Horizon. Don't think this is him. Dools
David Ayer. No, it's alright. Sorry.
But yeah, if you Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You excited now?
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, like again, like it would have if it was the same shit, like as the same director, same writer as the first one. I don't think I'd be anywhere near as excited as I am now. Not to say I'm like fucking shaking in my boots, but like, yeah. Well, sorry, just to reiterate, I'm just looking up David Ayer now. He has Bright 2. He's got Gotham City Sirens. Is he doing Gotham City Sirens? The Harley Quinn movie, another Harley Quinn movie. Wow, cool.
Oh, I don't know. That's surely. I thought that turned into Birds of Prey. Maybe
No, they've got another one. But yeah. So yeah,
I don't think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, I'm. It's got my attention now. That's it. Like, as soon as I see a trailer or like get a glimpse of what the plot might be, then I'll have a bit more attention, maybe a bit of excitement. But right now, I could live without Suicide Squad 2, even if it's got James Gunn.
I'm surprised. I mean, Bright too. I guess Bright did well enough to warrant a sequel, but that's also surprising. Yeah, I mean, these films did well enough to warrant sequels, but you got to look at like Marvel movies. Like, they're not looking at whether they did well enough. They're looking at like whether they are setting records.
Yeah.
And each Marvel movie almost seems to set a new record. So, yeah, man, DC, they just got to raise the bar, man. They just got to.
They did with Aquaman.
One.
Like, not in terms of quality, but in terms of box office.
Yes, well, yeah, I think that was just. I mean, I don't really know why that was. I mean, I'm surprised it beat Wonder Woman. But yeah,
I'm surprised it beat Batman vs Superman. Because that's Batman and Superman. Like,
it's pretty crazy. I think, yeah, Jason Momoa obviously has a kind of star presence that
he does.
we underappreciated.
He does.
So Game of Thrones and that kind of stuff obviously would have
course.
helped.
Dools. Jordan Peele, director of Get Out, director of Us, coming out in March.
Oh man, we're close.
Yeah, man, very close. He's the lead creator of the new Twilight Zone reboot, and it's coming out in March as well.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Like,
as much as I love the Key and Peele show, he's really come into his own.
He has
quitting the fuck out of that shit.
That shit.
I think Keegan is also doing. Sorry. Yeah, no.
Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan Michael Key. Mike and Keegan Key.
Are you having
Michael.
a stroke?
I straight up have a brain aneurysm. The other one. I believe, besides the Predators, I'm not sure what he's...
He was in...
I think he's just doing roles and...
He was in Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh, they're both in Toy Story 4.
They are both in Toy Story 4.
Oh,
yes.
Oh my god, and so is Keanu Reeves. Oh, let's just talk about Toy Story 4.
Dude, Keanu Reeves, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Do you remember that little image I showed you? It was like a John Wick figure, like standing over some bodies.
But yeah, no, Twilight Zone, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, where this might give Black Mirror a run for its money if it's to quality of like Jordan Peele projects.
So, well, the cool thing is that they're both going to be kind of competing against each other, but Black Mirror is very much a love letter to Twilight Zone, because Twilight Zone,
correct, yeah,
you know, late 50s, early 60s sci-fi TV show where, you know, if you'd probably, you know, our audience might know, our audience of Kevin might know Black Mirror a bit more intimately, kind of that, you know, a single story in one episode tends to focus on sci-fi elements. I think Black Mirror is far more focused on digital and societal kind of things, whereas I think Twilight Zone, I'm not sure, I think it was just sci-fi in general. I might need to be corrected on that, but so I mean, yeah, it's just gonna be, I think yeah, the potential for it is just limitless.
Very true, very true. And I think that like Jordan Peele's been very vocal about how much of a fan he is of not only Black Mirror but of Twilight Zone, and to put like a fan like this who's truly going to give it justice behind it, that's a really smart thing for a studio to do.
But I mean, the idea that we could get little Get Out type horror, sci-fi inspired, you know, episodes of a show is very
gets you excited.
I mean, he's the showrunner, I think, or the lead executive producer or something like that. He'll probably direct an episode here or there. Yep. But I mean, it's going to be like Black Mirror, where it's like different cast and directors and all of that stuff for each episode. Which
very true.
Which I think is such a cool format, which you don't really ever see. So
it's very true. Dools. Zombieland 2 has dropped a poster, and it did it perfectly.
It's a big week, man. Big week. Dude.
Big week. We still got a couple more things after this as well. They did the 10-year challenge, where they released they did the photo, the poster of the first Zombieland and the second Zombieland. I believe the tagline is double tap.
Yes. Zombieland Double Tap, which is a perfect sequel title.
Perfect,
'Cause,
especially for that
little
movie
reference
as well.
to the first movie where, you know, it's like, I think like rule 2 or something, make sure you got to double tap them. So,
It's true.
if you haven't seen Zombieland,
Zombieland Double Tap is what's called.
What are you doing? Right?
It's true.
What are you doing?
But they brought all the old cast back. You got Woody, you got Jesse Eisenberg, you got Abigail Breslin, and you got Emma Stone. I'm all in. And apparently,
Let me tell you something. Abigail Breslin, she grew up.
Wow. Wow. But I'm really excited about this. I loved the first one. It came out around...
The first one is so original and funny, man.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see films like it anymore.
You really don't. You really don't. But, yeah, no, I'm glad they got the old cast back there. I'm pretty sure it's the same writer.
I think it's the same writer and director, from what
Look.
I understand has.
Yep, same director, which is fucking brilliant.
That's
dude.
right. It's always a good sign.
Yeah, same writer. Boom. This is great. That's like in the top 10 of my most anticipated this year. So I'm sure we'll get a trailer very soon.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
So it'll be good. Dools! June casting. Let's talk a little bit about this.
Oh, dude, let's get into it.
So, Dene Villiers, try and pronounce it.
Denwy Saint-Denis.
That's it. He's famed director of Blade Runner 2049, famed director of Sicario, famed director of Prisoners, famed director of Arrival. Is coming out with the June remake.
I think, dare I say, he's made some good movies.
He's made some cracker flicks. June 1980s film directed by David Lynch, cult classic, and it's getting a remake. It's based on a series of books.
Well, also, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a remake of the film.
I thought it was a remake.
Well, because I think the film, I think it had to admit a lot.
Yeah, June remake.
Oh, okay, well, I mean, they might be calling it a remake. I think, you know, because I think they had to leave a lot out of the original. Because I think it's a series, from what I understand, of books. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but, you know, his films are very big in scale, Denis. So, it might incorporate elements that the original one missed out on due to constraints of whatever it is. But if it's a remake, I mean, that's why I actually haven't seen it. I want to go back and watch it, but at the same time, I don't, because this is so close now. It feels June that I may as well just wait for this.
It's true.
I don't even want to know anything about the story. I don't want to know a single thing.
He's definitely in that conversation that we were having last week, where you see a film just for the director.
Oh, he is 110% in this category.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would care that much about June if it went for him.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I could see this cast and I'd be like, okay, you know, I'd raise an eyebrow, but I see the director. I see Denoir. And I'm like, okay, I'm all in.
Denoir. Okay. Should I just start listing off cast members of this film?
Give me some names, Haz.
Timothy Chalamet, Oscar-nominated actor.
Is that the young man who's just been typecast in those coming-of-age films?
Yes.
Interesting.
In Lady Bird, in Beautiful Boy, in Call Me By Your Name. So we've got Timothy Chalamet. We've got a little man called Oscar Isaac.
Little man?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not tall, but... All right.
We've got a big man named Javier Bardem. Oscar winner for Anton Chigurh out of No Country for Old Men.
Wow.
We've got Charlotte Rambling.
Sick.
And we've now got, as of yesterday, Zendaya.
Cool.
That's a big cast.
Big cast.
It's a big cast. I don't think it's close to being finished as well. I reckon there'll be a lot more big names coming to it.
Oh, yeah. Those sound like the leads. Oscar, Timothy, and Javier. Javier, I'm just going to, you know, God bless you, man, but I mean, come on. You're obviously the villain. I mean, you just have that fucking look.
Yeah.
That evil fucking look. Like, I can't think of a movie where he's played a completely good guy. Because I just don't know if he can pull it off. Like, he's too good at being this villainous motherfucker in No Country for Old Men. He's just, yeah, it's just something about his face and his voice as well, which is just, it's sinister as hell. He was great in Skyfall also.
He wasn't a bad guy in Eat, Pray, Love.
Anywho, so yeah, this is exciting. As I said, I know nothing about Dune other than that it's like a cult classic, kind of critically acclaimed series of sci-fi books.
Yep.
It had what's his name? He's from goodness me, Shady Pines? No, not Shady Pines. Whoever he plays the captain in How I Met Your Mother. He's a famous actor.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
He was the lead in that.
Oh, Carl McLachlan.
Yes. So I think
he also had Patrick Stewart.
He was the lead in June.
Yes.
So what year did it come out?
1984, Dools. It was 2 hours and 17 minutes long, if you're wondering that. It also has 54% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So I have no doubt Denis will do it a bit more justice.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know if he loved it as much as me, but man, I really thought Blade Runner 2049 was something special.
No, I loved it.
I
don't think I loved it as much as you, but it's like an exceptional film.
Do you think it's better than the original though?
Yes.
Because I really do. Okay.
Yes, I do. Don't worry, Dools. I got you. This one's a little bit for me. I'll just touch on it really quickly. Guillermo del Toro is developing a film with Jennifer Kent. Dools, do you know who Jennifer Kent is?
Jennifer Kent?
Yeah.
Tell me.
So Jennifer Kent is an Australian director.
Cool.
She directed a little film called The Babadook. Do you remember The Babadook?
I remember what I don't know about it.
That makes no sense.
I haven't seen the film.
That's fine. But you know the film, right?
Yep.
So it's one of the best horror films in the last 10 years. It's the whole film's just a representation of grief and loss and dealing with it. Exceptionally well made, and it's an Australian film as well. Like, it's the best bit. But it's just so well made. She's got a new film coming out this year called The Nightingale, which I'm really excited to see because apparently it's also very creepy. But now she's developing a film with Guillermo del Toro. She's very much one of the biggest directors in Australia that does atmospheric horror well. Which is the horror that you like. So I really recommend watching Babadook because it's not like jump scares and shit like that. It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, I was telling Harry something that I think has helped wean me into horror, and I think arguably even scarier to experience are horror survival games, especially the new Resident Evil games, which I can't recommend enough. And I'll definitely lend that to you once I'm done with it. I'm more into my horror movies. I love the horror films that have that level of production value that just shines through, like It or Get Out. I mean, Get Out. Yeah, it's not like your over the top horror film.
No, but it's definitely got horror elements in it.
But there was another one I saw not too long ago. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I'm interested in this. I don't know if I'm game for something like Babadook, but
Yeah, there was also... Oh, we can talk about it next week because you haven't seen the trailer. I'll show it to you after. There's a new... Every year, A24, the studio, you know the studio?
Oh,
A24,
yeah, of course.
yep.
Yeah.
They did Lady Bird, they did Hereditary. They release a horror film, and it's always really well done, really well produced, really well written. Last year was Hereditary. And they released...
This is like a theme of theirs now,
I feel like it is. It's pretty repetitious. That's not a word.
No, it is not.
You know what I mean.
Repetitive, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty repetitive. But the trailer came out for their new one.
Maybe the stroke is contagious.
I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll show you after we can talk about it next week. It's horrifying, Dools. And there's...
That's fantastic. I won't be talking about it with you.
There's a lot of... It's all about this horrifying little child, and it's very much a love letter to the Babadook, actually. Okay,
so it seems like we're being inundated almost with horror films this year.
Yes.
So, with a child... I know there's another superhero-inspired one where the kid has, like, powers.
Brightburn.
And it's like and that's, like, James Gunn executive produced, I believe. Yep. There's another one where, remember you showed me the trailer and you really liked the trailer because it's, like, all within one scene of a film?
Yep, The Curse of La Llorona.
So there's that.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, my God. It Part 2. Yeah, I think like horror fans have a lot to be happy about. I swear to God, what do you think ushered it in? I feel like there was an inflection point with horror, new age horror,
where it's not. I reckon
but that's
absolutely
that wasn't
it
like
follows.
a big film.
Yes, it was. It was massive.
Was it?
Yeah, like it was-
commercial-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, apologies.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, It Follows it had a budget of $2 million. Continuing on, box office.
Because I mean,
just in
we
cinemas
always had
got
those.
30 mil.
We always had those moments. Like you could argue the Blair Witch was one of those as well, but at the same time, we didn't see a renaissance of them. Follow up. Like, you know, I feel like we got like the Saw movies and Final Destination,
Yeah.
cheesy horror. Like,
Yeah, they kind of
like,
put horror on
relying
the bad.
relying on
bad way, yeah.
jump scares or gore. But like this new, I guess, as you put it before, atmospheric horror is really what I can get into as well.
Yeah.
Like that's how it should have been the whole
It
time.
Follows is sitting on 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's
and
excellent, man.
It deserves every one of those percents, man.
I thought it was excellent.
I thought it was awesome. But yeah, no, I don't know anything more about this project with Jennifer Kent and Guillermo del Toro, but I'm there day one. I fucking love Guillermo del Toro, and Jennifer Kent has literally sold me on every movie that she's going to ever do with Babadook.
And we can I could probably put Gilmo on that on our list of directors after
Absolutely.
after goodness me, Shape of Water. Thank you.
No worries.
I was about to say, and you would have fucking bitch slapped me, Lady in the Water.
Wow. Yeah, nah. I like before Glass, I probably would have put M. Night on there, but now probably not so much. He's like I'll see it, but I'm not gonna see it just because of M. Night.
He's not in the little boroughs that he was before Split, or I guess you would also argue the Grandparents, or what was it called?
The Visit,
The Visit.
which you need to
But-
see. That's also incredibly
But he's
atmospheric.
also, I think he's probably slightly lower than where he was in terms of where before Split came out. So I think he needs another comeback movie already.
He does.
So anyway,
Dools, last point of the news of the week. A little trailer dropped today, Dools. A little trailer. I'm not sure if you heard of this.
oh,
It's a little film called Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
excellent title.
Excellent title.
Dude.
Excellent trailer.
Okay,
Excellent
so
trailer.
this is, if you haven't watched the trailer, pause the shit out of this. And,
Go watch
and
the
don't return if you don't want to, because, I mean, again, you know, you're wasting time listening to this. But this was bonkers.
Yep.
This was out of control.
Yep.
The one-liners are so cheesy.
So
I actually
good.
fucking love it.
So good.
Like, oh god, I don't want to butcher the rocks, but I think it was like, you know,
I'm here to open a cold can of whoop ass.
oh my god,
Dude, I love how it starts. The Rock's
ice cold can of whoop ass.
I love how it starts. We straight away meet Idris Elba's Brixton, I believe the name is. He's a superhuman who's bulletproof.
Wow.
Remember when this used to be about street racing?
Fast and Furious presents. I don't know what the fuck this is anymore.
So you show him in battle, like stealing something. He meets the female co-star. Can't remember her name. Do you remember her name?
The blonde chick
actress?
from Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yep, that's it.
So-
Yep, awesome.
Apologies to that.
I'll get it.
to that
I'll
young
get it up
actress.
there. Hobbs and Shaw.
She's gorgeous. So yeah, she is, I think, some British Secret Service.
Vanessa Kirby.
So she was Vanessa Kirby, British Secret Service. This is me guessing. I think was on the case of Brixton, and then she goes to her superiors and it's kind of like, we got to go outside the law on this one. We're gonna get some.
Yeah,
unique
so
help."
she turns around and she sees Idris Elba Brixton, and she's like, "Who are you?" And Brixton says the great line, "I'm the bad guy."
yeah, it's great.
But then we get straight into introduction of both Hobbs and one Shaw, where Hobbs wakes up at 6 a.m., opens a tub of protein, gets a spoonful and just eats it.
Eats the protein. Pure whey protein, like
Then
a
we
fucking
get-
psychopath.
Then we go to Jason Statham, who's in a full three-piece suit in a pub in London, and he just pours himself a pint and drinks it.
Yeah,
Already in.
mate, I'm loving the parallels has.
Already in. But yes, so Idris Elba Brixton, he's on the run. And he's causing some havoc, making some people's days into bad days. And they need the top two pursuers to pursue him, who are one, Hobbs and Shaw. And that leads us to this film, Dools.
So, Harry, I don't want to say I willed this movie into existence, but I'm pretty sure I willed this movie into existence. I remember turning to you, and to your credit, I think we both had the same idea and we both agreed on this. But it was like after Fast 8, we were like, there literally has to be a Hobbs and Shaw buddy cop.
Yeah, that has
But
to
like
be.
so many people, obviously we weren't the only ones to have this idea because this film is now a thing. But like, I'm so glad that like you can do this is how you do fan service, but also respect like the franchise at the same time. This is something that would clearly work, and you know, and this is the perfect way to kick off what is probably going to be a separate franchise of spin-offs. We already know about 2 more that are coming, one female-led, and then another one, you know.
Hopefully Han.
Yep, as you said last week, we're hoping it's the Han spin-off. I think that's a very strong theory. Dude, I don't think Fast and Furious isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, people will watch this trailer and be like, yep, in. Like, yeah.
Dude, the scene at the end where The Rock is literally like flying down a building.
Oh my God. It's so unbelievable. He literally just falls on top of a guy.
Yeah.
Like he flies down, grabs him, and he's like swinging across an elevator cable as Jason Statham's going down a lift, and he's just like, fuck you. And like, it's just great. It looks like it's going to be that begrudging team up, and they're like, you know, tons of banter, and oh man.
It's going to be a ton of fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
People who shit on these movies and say, oh, it's damaging the industry, you know, it's not taking film seriously. It's like, guys, you got to understand, this is like liquid money for Hollywood. Like,
yeah, which is making more money and
this-
put money behind.
This is what's
good directors.
funding these fucking indie movies that you fucking love, that we love.
Yeah.
But there's room for the dumb fun movies as well. And mind you, this isn't just dumb fun. It's like it's structured well. It's funny. Has likable characters. Actual garbage is like Transformers, for example. So you know, there's always something we can hate on. But I think Fast and Furious, to hate on Fast and Furious, I think you know you're misplacing your anger.
I agree. Like a good point of evidence for that is M. Night Shyamalan. He did the movie After Earth. Reportedly, he said this. He goes, "I did this film so I can get budget to do The Visit, a film that I wrote."
So,
makes sense.
There you go.
So these films, like, this isn't going to be a fucking After Earth piece of shit.
Interesting of him to just come out and blatantly admit that he phoned it in.
Because, like, yeah, apparently, like, Will Smith basically directed that film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically. That film was fucking awful, though. So, like, absolutely stay away. It's Tom and Jaden
Has
Smith.
Will Smith actually directed a film there, as far as we know? Or?
He's directed the music video to Party
say no
Party
more.
Starter.
Say no more.
On the Party Starter.
So has he keen for this movie, dude?
Oh man, maybe we'll see. I might.
So let's also quickly touch on this. I don't know if you had it on the list, but apparently, The Rock confirms that because of this film, Hobbs and Shaw, he won't be part of Fast 9.
Yep.
So that's
worrying.
I don't know what to make of that straight away. I mean, if The Rock has literally come out and confirmed that, then that's, you know, a little disappointing. I imagine maybe the post-credit scene might shed some light on this. Maybe he meets up with Vin and like, you know, Fast 9, man, that could be a far more. Maybe we'll go back to the roots and have like, you know,
Dwayne Johnson confirms Hobbs and Shaw are both sitting out of Fast and Furious 9.
Okay, so that's interesting. Maybe that could be running parallel to Fast 9, and then that explains why they're absent. And maybe Fast 9 could be a good excuse to go back to things being small, and then 10 could be the big finale where everyone comes back and they go to space.
Fast 10 your seatbelts.
I want to hate it, but I can't.
Yeah.
No, but Fast 9, think about this for a second. Could that be an interesting idea of them going back to the street racing just one small movie?
Like, yeah.
It's just Vin, Letty,
Rome.
Roman, Jordana Brewster, possibly. I don't know how people would feel about this. I don't know how I'd feel about it, but it could be a small cameo. It could even be a proper role. But Paul Walker's twin brother has said that he's open to playing his brother in future films. So
It's true. It's very true.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how Vin would feel about that. I mean, I think Vin was happy for that to happen in Fast 7 to fill those missing links, but for him to actually play Paul and
I reckon leave him.
Have a presence in the film, I think,
him, man.
Let's just
I'd totally just leave him. Like, honestly. But apparently they've got Lucas Black back. It's rumoured. So
this is Fast 9 now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, the guy that looks
apologies, Lucas Black, who was
the main character in Tokyo Drift.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So he's like 40-100.
Dude, if we brought Letty back from the dead, can we just bring Han back?
Yeah.
Like, forget his spin-off prequel. Let's just bring him back.
Yeah. Just do it. Just fucking do it, you cowards. Like, fuck.
You goddamn fucking cowards. You gutless pieces of shit.
Dools, that was a good news of the week.
That was, man.
That was a fucking jam-packed.
We covered some ground.
Should we go into our topic of the show?
Oh, fucking Jesus. Let's do it.
Alright, give me a jingle.
It's the topic of the week.
Nice. So, Dools, with Batman...
How poor listeners. Poor Kevin.
Sorry, Kev. By the way, checked our email again. Kevin, haven't received an email from you.
What are the stats like? Has he listened to the last...
I haven't actually checked. I'll check after this. But
He's most likely gone. We're screaming into the void right now.
Kevin, morecopsonduty@gmail.com. Send us an email, please. We want to know who you are. That's all. Dools, topic of the week. With the recent news of Ben Affleck no longer being Batman, we thought we'd take it upon ourselves to do the jobs for Hollywood and cast Batman ourselves.
So how I was thinking this would work is that we both bring 3 unique picks to the table.
By the way, I changed my last pick.
Okay. Oh wow, of course. We bring 3 each. All different from the other, so 6 in total. We discuss them, and then we kind of work through it, process of elimination kind of thing, and then we eventually get one of our own, one each, and we debate it out, and we kind of give reasons as to why this person should be Batman.
Sure. So you do one each.
Yeah. So I guess should we? I guess we should have our first in mind.
Yeah.
And
pick one. Go first. Say a name. Say a name, Dools. Who's going to be the next Batman?
Oscar Isaac.
Oh, not bad.
He and his chiseled jaw has chiseled.
I'd be okay with Oscar Isaac being Batman.
Has proven himself as an action hero in Star Wars. I'm sure he's going to be an action hero in June. He's also been excellent in
X-Men.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I wouldn't have used that. Oh, good God, you think I should know this? He's also up and coming in Triple Frontier, but there's also something else. I'm thinking of these in an action movie.
Operation Finale.
Oh my goodness me!
I'll look it up. Continue.
Continue.
While you think.
Oscar Isaac. I think he just looks the part, man. I think he could. He's suave as hell. He's handsome as. He's a good-looking guy.
He's a very good-looking man.
He could pull off
Annihilation.
The Bruce Wayne. I think he could pull off. I think we get flashes of Bruce Wayne. His performance in Ex Machina, the kind of billionaire mogul with the kind of can be eccentric in times, and that's what Bruce Wayne does to often keep up appearances. And I think, dude, could he pull off the brutality of Batman? I think he's got to put on a few kgs, but I think he could.
So did Ben Affleck, though.
Big time. He doesn't have that towering look of Ben Affleck, but I mean, neither did Christian Bale. But I mean, work movie magic, they can make him look tall and all that. All I want to know is because I'm looking at whether they can both pull off Bruce Wayne and Batman, and Oscar Isaac. Yeah, I think he can.
I think we can both agree that we can just take away the body element. If they're thin and stuff, they can put on pounds. Hollywood can do anything nowadays, right? Yep. Okay, so let's take that away. My first pick to bring to the table. Think of Bruce Wayne, you think of someone charming. You think of someone a bit funny. You think of someone a bit laid back because he's got money. But you think of someone really confident. You want someone unique. You want someone new. You don't want a big name like another Ben Affleck because you know where that's going to go. I'm putting forward Sam Rockwell.
George W. Bush for Batman?
His acting has got some serious fucking range. He's hilarious. He's charming as fuck. He can work any script. He can improv any script as well. He can put on some serious pounds and look ripped as fuck.
You know what? I'm not sure why I'm going to help you out here, but
I helped you out with Oscar Isaac.
In an effort to help you out, I actually am envisioning him right now, and I'm getting Michael Keaton vibes.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Why not?
Exactly.
The only issue is so these are obviously pie in the sky kind of. Well, not pie in the sky.
This is official.
There's a bit of yes. This is the casting call, but no. the rumor is that they want to go for a much younger Batman, possibly like pretty much, maybe a year or two into his stint as Batman. So we're looking. I think Batman traditionally gets his start late 20s, early 30s, late 20s.
Yeah.
So he's 28, 29. Sam Rockwell, little older. So is Oscar Isaac, but he looks younger, I would argue. So keeping those in mind, yeah, okay.
I just think that he can bring the charm of Bruce Wayne.
I agree. I don't know if he has that brooding presence. I personally think Oscar Isaac could deliver a bit more in Batman than Sam Rockwell.
Sure. Have you seen Green Mile, Dools?
Well, with Michael Duncan Clark. Clark Duncan?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Is he in that?
Yes, he is.
Okay, he must be very young in that.
Yes, but he's very creepy, and like he's the guy that actually killed the girls at the beginning. He's in the jail with John Coffey.
Spoilers, sorry guys.
But he's very creepy. He's got a dominating presence in that film, and I think he can use that.
Creepy and brooding. I think I'm picturing different things. Like creepy, okay,
But I'm
fine.
saying
Maybe he could play the Riddler.
But I'm saying
we put him
to
down
use,
for Riddler.
Yeah, sure. But you
Okay,
can
well,
use
you
that.
just said sure. So I was thinking.
No, but you can use that range, right? If you can be.
I
the
can't see
funny,
him as
charming
Batman.
guy.
I really can't see him as Batman.
Wow.
Bruce Wayne, I won't argue. Well, I can't see him as Batman. I can't. I love Sam Rockwell, dude.
Wow.
I'm just gonna see.
Such a coward.
Did he dance in Vice? By the way, was that the first film he didn't have a little jig?
Yeah, he might not have danced.
Oh, that's disappointing.
He definitely danced in Seven Psychopaths because he
And
killed.
I'm pretty sure he did in 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
As well.
Because he killed his girlfriend in Seven Psychopaths and was just dancing next to her dead body.
Yeah.
Great film. Great film.
It's a good movie.
Can't wait to see him as Batman.
Next
pick, Dools. Who's going to be Batman?
I really... Because I want to save my last one as the one that I... Well, I guess we go through them and then we choose one.
Yeah.
And then... Okay. This one won't really come as a surprise to many. It's like, it's long been talked about and that he would be a perfect fit. John Hamm.
John Hamm. Good pick.
So, I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. He looks the part perfectly already. He wouldn't have to bulk up too much. I mean, a bit more. But I think we get a kind of, big action, kind of oriented, brooding presence from him in Baby Driver, I think.
Yep.
We get the Bruce Wayne from him in Mad Men. I mean, he'll look much further than that. So I think, he's got all bases covered. I mean, John Hamm. I mean, that's a very easy pick. It's a very safe pick.
It's a very, very safe pick.
Like, you can definitely vision... The only issue is, age-wise, he's not young, and I definitely... Yeah.
It's a good pick, Dools. It's a good pick. Good pick. Now, when we're thinking of Batman, right? Let me take you on a story. When we're thinking of Batman, we're thinking of someone, that he's a bit bulky, but he's still really charming. He can take any lady, but he still has that dominating, charming presence of his mind, right? He's a genius. He's the world's greatest detective. And someone that could play every bit of that role is one Michael B. Jordan of Creed fame. He wouldn't have to bulk up anymore because he's already in fantastic shape.
No, you're not wrong about that.
We talked about Zachary Levi saying thank God his character in Marvel's killed off so we can go to DC. Killmonger's dead, Dools. Killmonger's very dead.
Well, we don't. No, that wasn't. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's just assume
Let's
that he
assume.
is now.
Let's assume right now Killmonger's very dead. So he's absolutely open to do it. He can absolutely be a great Bruce Wayne, and he could be a great fucking better Batman.
So, at the risk of erupting some kind of irreversible controversy, I'm going to pose an interesting idea to you. I actually saw a thread on, I think someone floated the idea of...
And he's young as well, sorry. He's
Daniel
really young.
Kaluuya, I think, being Batman. I saw this
Yeah.
on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting, that's cool. And then all of a sudden people are just like saying why, this wouldn't work, blah, 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 because Batman traditionally, you can't, the crucial part of Batman, one of the crucial parts where I don't think anyone would argue that you can't get rid of this in his backstory without dramatically altering the character, is that he's from a very rich family. Very rich family. I mean, that's why he has access to all the tech and gadgets that he does. And then people were like, oh, well, it just wouldn't, a black family back in those times, would that make sense? I mean,
It could be a modern Batman.
exactly. I think it could work, but at the same time, this same person was posing the idea that, oh, well, maybe the philanthropic efforts of, Thomas and Martha, which, something that Bruce clearly follows in their footsteps of doing, like helping Gotham. That's what they were doing. That's what we've seen in previous Batman iterations, that he wanted to follow in their footsteps, albeit in his own way, but still by helping Gotham. And yet this person put it through a racial lens, which I thought was disappointing because we shouldn't, put these characters in a box, but that, these Thomas and Martha, whether, if they were, black heritage, they would just be helping out African American communities and things like that. It's like, well, that's fine, except Batman's always been about Gotham City. Yeah. He's never been discriminatory.
No.
That take on Batman's fine with me, but at the same time, I think you're missing it. You're omitting a crucial factor of Batman. Could we have a black Batman that doesn't racialize the role? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah.
All right, well then, that's fine then. Michael B. Jordan, I think, is a good pick.
Very good pick. Thank you, Dawes. Who's your final pick, Dawes?
I think someone could still tear apart what I said if they wanted.
That's why I stayed very much away.
My final pick. I don't know. I feel like mine is just so unique that I think I should go last. But okay, fine. The one and only Ryan the Gosling.
Interesting pick. I want to hear your argument with this. Go ahead.
Dude. Okay, he is Bruce Wayne through and through.
Yep.
Crazy stupid love. You got the playboy fun Bruce Wayne, the act that he needs to put on. You got the silent kind of like intriguing Bruce Wayne and Batman and detective and very cunning, thoughtful detective in his role in Blade Runner 2049. He can pull off an action role. He can wear a fucking big black jacket like he does in Blade Runner.
Was the jacket included?
Mate, you know what I actually fucking really did like about BVS? That like, where he has that nightmare scene where he's in that like desert jacket. I thought that was a sick look for Batman. I actually thought it was dope look. I mean,
awesome.
I wouldn't mind bringing something like that back. But no, I think again, forgetting the body image thing, like he could put on the KGs, but Batman traditionally isn't like this big hulking figure though. We only really see that in The Dark Knight Returns and Affleck's portrayal. He isn't like, he's someone that fucking is specialized in every single martial arts possible. Like he's not a wrestler. Like he's not meant to be huge. He's very lean and built. But so I think we can keep that in mind. Michael B. Jordan almost is like too big actually. But so yeah, I think Ryan Gosling, man, I could easily see him pull it off.
I can't see him as Batman. I can see him absolutely as Bruce Wayne. Can't see him as Batman.
See, because his face, which is like Ryan Gosling, is a very unique looking face, but you don't see that under the mask. I don't know. I just get like Christian Bale vibes from him. I think under the suit. So yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
All right.
I'm Batman.
You want to know who I am?
I'm Batman.
Let's do that.
Dools, my last pick. One of the best actors on television last year. One of the main characters of Game of Thrones for many years. But now, after he unfortunately died in Game of Thrones, he did a short mini-series. It's on Netflix. Absolutely recommended to anyone that hasn't seen it. It's fantastic. Called The Bodyguard. My pick is Richard Madden out of The Bodyguard. He's absolutely charming out of his role as Robb Stark in Game of Thrones, wooing the love of his life in it that he eventually got killed for. He's an absolutely dominating presence in Bodyguard as this fearless person that just wants to protect this one person. That's the whole point. His whole job in Bodyguard, his whole role is protection. So he can absolutely pull that off. He can absolutely pull off the physical stature of Batman. And also in Bodyguard, he's a fantastic detective. So I don't see any reason why he can't be a fantastic Batman.
Yep. And I actually think this pick works a little more in your favour because he's younger and that.
Very young. Thank you, Dools.
Definitely.
He's also a younger pick. Because
So's the goals.
John Hamm's getting up there, dude. He's getting some grey hairs.
John Hamm is getting up there. He'd be more of a middle-aged Batman. Oh, jeez.
So who would you pick, Beatles, if we were to whittle them down?
I'd actually put up Oscar Isaac against Richard Madden.
Okay.
Who's your top pick?
Well, Richard Madden would be my top pick. I think I can absolutely see it. I can see Oscar Isaac. I can definitely more see Richard Madden, though. But, you know.
I'd have to see how he does an American accent, though. That's the only thing.
It's true.
Because that's something, if
Okay,
there's an
Mum.
instance of him having done one, because Christian Bale is the master of that. I thought he was fucking American for years. Until I just saw an interview or whatever.
Like, holy shit.
What? So, I'm sure he's an actor. I'm sure he can do it well, but there are some people who you can still kind of tell they're doing it. I still think, for example, Benedict Cumberbatch is like, it's very clear that he's doing an accent for Doctor Strange. But that's fine. I mean, that just to me is like part of the character now. So I mean, it's kind of worked out in his favor. But with Batman, he's just got this deeper voice, but he's also like, the guy who's doing Batman, he needs to understand he's playing two different characters, Bruce Wayne and Batman. Like, we need like that slight shift in voice. Doesn't need to be as egregious as Christian Bale's, I'm Batman. Doesn't need to be like that. But it needs to be, it could be more like a Michael Keaton thing where it's like that, that's that slighter, deeper tone and, but... So, I mean, yeah, let's just assume Richard Madden can pull it off, then he's looking pretty good. But Oscar Isaac, I think, is looking also pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
I'm happy with Oscar Isaac. I'd be happy with Richard Madden.
I agree. I think it's a stalemate. I think we both respect each other's picks.
To their Dools.
Alright.
There we go. Alright, Dools, do you want to close us off?
Alright, guys. Well, you've just listened to another episode of The Rock and Me. It's our Rock fancast where we talk all things The Rock. We did get a little sidetracked today with Batman and comic book news, but I thought we had a pretty riveting discussion about the Hobbs and Shaw movie.
Oh,
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
yeah, Jesus, come on, dude. What is that film?
Oh my god.
What a fantastic title that is.
It's too perfect. I mean, that's obviously what it's going to be like for all the spin-offs.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for Fast and Furious presents
Han.
The Return of Han.
Would it be Han, a Fast and Furious story? Or Solo?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be pretty funny.
Dools, where can they find us?
Oh, all over the shop.
Yeah?
I mean, in the old iTunes, the Spotify, the Podbeam, the SoundCloud, not yet. Okay, don't worry about SoundCloud, forget that. YouTube. Oh, and your phone?
Instagram. I'm like trying to give him like signals.
Instagram, where we are More Cops on Duty. So that's at More Cops on Duty on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome. Good work, Dools. Good work.
Kevin, dude. So I know you might be getting confused because your name isn't actually Kevin, but that one American listener, morecopsonduty@gmail.com.
Want to hear from you, Kev?
Come on.
Want to hear from Kev?
Do you want to be on the show, man?
Don't fucking disappoint me, Kevin.
Tell your friends, Kevin. Tell your friends.
Dools, next week we've got the Super Bowl dropping is Monday. Super Bowl is...
So expect some trailers.
Expect a lot of trailers, which we'll be going through next week, absolutely. But Dools, thank you very much for joining me today.
That's right. I mean, you really don't give me much choice. You've got my family hostage, but that's all right.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm Harry. Thank you so much for listening. We're the Mall Cops on Duty, and we're out.